everyone, welcome back to another Minisode to Stop Shitting on Yourself,
where we answer a question with a glass of whatever the fuck. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cling.
Another day, another tumbler drink.
And another day of hydration.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Because there's too much drinking over the weekend. So I feel like at least during the weekday, I should hydrate.
You know get ready.
Yeah. So I can be charged for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But anyway, how's your week? How's your week been?
Hot.
Mm-hmm.
Super hot. Yeah, I don't know when this
Insane.
heat is gonna die down. I'm so ready for the winter time.
I mean, probably like September because we're in California.
And, and also just I'm so ready to bundle up again so I don't have to work out anymore.
Well, I mean, I get that because I would love that.
Yeah.
But I'm still going to work out because, I'm going to try.
We'll work out for 2022.
Yeah, I guess so, right? So when hopefully the world reopens again and this whole pandemic thing is hopefully over by the next year, we'll be ready.
Yeah, we'll actually be ready, right?
Yeah, because we said that last year and we aren't ready. So so hopefully next year we will. You got your new gym membership, which is awesome. Yes. So we'll get it. But anyway, what's our question for today, Jessica?
Okay, so I feel like in the past couple episodes, we've been talking a lot about relationships, a lot about ending a relationship or taking breaks, something around, just the ending of relationships. So I don't know about you, Jamie, but I feel like I hear this a lot, and mainly from a lot of my guy friends, actually. Right person, wrong time. How do you feel about that?
Ooh, do I agree, or do I feel like it's true or false? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay. So I've also heard it from mainly men.
Yeah.
As opposed to women. I've actually never heard any of my girlfriends or girl acquaintances talk about right person, wrong time, because that means you have this feeling of how this person got away, right? It's the one that got away from you. And if you can only get back into that time and, start a relationship with them again, everything will be a-okay and it'll be awesome. And we'll, be in a relationship and start a family and get married and blah, 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 blah. Right.
Yeah.
You fantasize. But the thing is, I feel like none of my girlfriends or women around me have ever said that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it has to do with the women around me that I've spoken to. They know the reason why things have ended. And so they don't dwell on the what ifs or things would have been better if we met at a different time. They're once they're done, right? So once they get the closure, they're like, you know what? That was a learning ship. We're over it.
Yeah.
I'm at a good place now. Right. But I have heard that whole right person, it was just the wrong time. If we got together at this age, then they would have been perfect for me.
Yeah.
I've heard that from men before. And I definitely don't think that that's true. I don't believe in that. I feel like if they're not the right person for you at the time, they're just the wrong person. They're not the right person at all, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I personally just don't agree with that phrase, but I know that there might be some circumstances where that could be true. I think.
Okay.
Right? No? What do you think?
Well, I think I'm on the same boat. I agree with you. I feel like, right person, wrong time is just wrong person, wrong time. I completely agree. I feel like we've said this before where sometimes, and again, I've only heard this from my guy friends too, where they, they said if I were just a few years older, or if I were ready to settle down, which is not right now, but if I were to settle down, she'll be the person I'm going to settle down with.
Yeah.
And it's to me, that just sounds like you don't like her that much.
Or like you didn't like her that much at the time when you had the
Mhm.
chance.
Right,
Because
right.
I mean, really, to be honest, like if you like somebody and you want to make things work, I feel like, I mean, maybe that's just how I operate, but I
Yeah.
will try. I will give an effort and I will communicate with them and try to make things work. Right.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
if shit is not in your favor, then I mean, sometimes you just get tired and you freaking move on, right? Like you find
Yeah.
someone better for you,
Yeah.
like someone who's a better fit for you at that time.
Yeah. I feel like we've also mentioned this before in another episode where
Mm,
a lot of times when, again, like we're totally generalizing here,
yeah.
but when, like guy friends that I've seen in the past, when they're not able to commit or they're not ready to commit, they'll say
Ooh.
something like that along those lines of like, it's not
Mm-hmm.
you, it's me. Like you're just too mature right now. If I had just met you when I have money, when I have a stable job, blah, 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 blah. Like I
I
can
roll.
marry you, right? Like I feel like
Yeah.
that's kind of the context in which I hear that typically.
Red
Um,
flag.
exactly. It's just a red flag. It's just like, no,
Yeah.
no. If you
No.
don't want me now, don't commit. Like if you don't want to commit, don't commit.
Right, because you know what? It is you. Like
Yeah.
like when you say it's not you, it's me. Yeah, yeah, they're right. Like it is literally them and they're the issue right now because they don't have whatever they need to have together and that's fine
Mhm.
because that's not what you need at the moment, right?
Right.
You might need and want certain qualities or certain aspects of a relationship that they can't
Mhm.
provide for you at the moment, which means like they're the wrong person. They can't
Right,
be the
right.
right person at the wrong time because you know what? I'm a firm believer in like the universe will,
Yeah.
tell you things and shit happens for a reason. So
Oh,
if they
yeah.
didn't work out at that time, honey, it was not for you.
Yeah.
Okay? But I don't know, like okay, so I say this right. I say this right now. Um but I do think that there might be maybe one situation
Okay.
where right person, wrong time might apply. Maybe,
Okay.
maybe,
Okay. What is
maybe.
that?
Um, I personally feel like the only time that I can actually really like really apply would be when you're moving jobs or when you're just moving homes. You're moving
Mm.
and you might not have the time to actually build a bond with this person, or maybe you know that you're going to be moving, you're changing jobs, you're going somewhere else, and so even if you think that this person is perfect, you have a connection with them and they would be just awesome for you and your life. Maybe you already know that you're going to be moving, so and you don't want to do long distance, so maybe you might not
Mm.
pursue anything with them. And I feel like that's the only time that right person wrong time could apply in my eyes. But
Mm.
I don't know. What do you think?
Okay. Okay. Mm, I might be able to see that. Like I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that scenario would work only if like you guys like haven't actually been in a relationship for very long and like maybe
Mm-hmm.
you had like met each other on a few occasions and you like really really click, but just not enough for you to like do a long distance or something,
Mm.
and you kind of look back on it fondly. I don't know, this is just hard. I feel like if you've made that level of commitment to someone,
Yeah.
or with someone, you've made that level of commitment with someone, and like you can see a future with them,
Uh-huh.
like what's stopping you from trying? Like I know so many people are
Okay.
against long distance relationships. Like everyone says like they would rather not do that,
Right.
but I've literally seen long distance relationships work. I had
Really?
I had a friend who, like, again, he's the one that like swears up and down, I will never do long distance. I will never do long distance. Like, and no
Wow.
matter how amazing that girl is, he met a
Okay.
girl, ended up
Uh-huh.
doing not cross country, cross continent. Like literally, she
Oh,
like went back to
wow.
Japan. He was here,
Oh
and
my
they were
God.
in a long distance relationship for like 3 years. They got married and like they have kids now.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So
No.
So again, like, I feel like it's just an excuse. Like,
Oh.
if you feel like that person is still right for you,
Mhm.
you can make the time and you can,
Mm.
like, make the effort to try and make it work. And
Yeah.
I do think, like, in order to make that work, right? Like that whole long distance moving jobs thing, like, there has to be like an end date to it. You can't just be like, oh, let's
Mhm.
just try this and then like forever be in long distance relationships, unless that's your thing. Like, you
Right,
don't ever
right.
want to see them. Fine.
Unless you're comfortable with long distance.
Yeah, but I feel like if you like establish like, hey, maybe like if this works out, I will move to where you're at, or
Mhm.
like, like this is just like a temporary thing. I'm gonna, go to this job thing for like 3 years. I'll be back in 3 years.
Right.
Like, I feel like if there's an end date in sight, you guys can make
Mhm.
it work.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know that, like, just because I'm moving, that should be
Yeah.
the reason why.
Okay, look, to be honest, I completely agree with you. I was just trying to see it from another perspective of like, well, when could it be possible that this works? Because
Yeah.
I am 100% on board with you. If you really wanted something to work, you will find a way, because when there's
Mhm.
a will, there is a way, and
Yeah.
you make that way, right? But if you're giving excuses like, well, like I'm not financially stable yet,
Mhm.
or, I'm not, I don't know if I can give everything that you want at the moment, which could be like a very honest thing. They
Mhm.
really might
Yeah.
feel like, hey, like, I am not going to be able to meet your needs at this moment, then you also have to kind of decide, well, do I want that? Am I
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to be okay with that or not? Right. But
Mm.
I don't know. I feel like if there is such bad timing where you just could not make things work with somebody who you felt really compatible with,
Mhm.
then, I mean, the commitment just wasn't there, like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't
And you know
know.
what? You brought up a good point, right? You said, like, if you're maybe like not in a financial whatever excuse you said, right?
Mhm.
And that person like wants to stick it out with you, like, why not try? But also,
Yeah.
I feel like saying like right person, oh, she was the one that got away or he was the one that got away is such a
Mhm.
one-sided statement.
Oh, absolutely.
Because, like, if they're willing to work through whatever rough patch, whatever, like, no financial stability, like, whatever, if they're willing to work through that with you, like, then they're the one. But, if they're not, and all you're kind of thinking about is just this, like, romanticized version of what it could be,
Mhm.
probably not the right person.
Yeah, absolutely. And even if the person doesn't want to stick with you throughout all of
Yeah.
those struggles or whatnot,
Mhm.
but yet you still see them as like the one who got away, and you still say that statement, it is very one-sided, because it's like, well, who the said that they also want to be with your ass at this moment,
Yeah,
right? Like,
exactly,
they
yeah.
might have literally just moved on, you know?
Mhm.
And I think what happens with a lot of people is that when we think of the past in general, right? Whatever past memory we have, we tend to romanticize that instead of actually seeing and remembering all the realities of that memory. And so
Ooh, Psych 101 right
it's,
here.
oh, I know, right? Like, come on, psych major. But no, I mean, we definitely do that, right? That's why, like, even in Hollywood, they romanticize like the 1960s and 70s for a group of people, whereas for BIPOC, shit was bad. Shit was really bad.
Yeah.
Okay. So people tend to romanticize the past whenever they think about any past memory.
Mhm,
And
mhm.
I think the same goes for relationships too, right? And with people, we tend to think about all the good times we had with this person and how great things were. But in actuality, like, maybe you were not ready, or maybe they just weren't ready and they couldn't meet your needs and they didn't want to commit. Maybe you had incompatible values, incompatible
Mhm.
needs. Maybe your life goals were completely different at the time.
Yeah.
And if that's what it is at that time, then shit, you better let it go, because the universe is
Yeah.
telling you that they're not the right one. Okay.
Right, right,
They're not the
yeah.
right one.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I'm gonna throw out another cliche out there because
Okay.
just as much as people say like right person, wrong time, people
Uh-huh.
also say it's all about timing.
Okay. Okay. Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So if it's the right time for the both of you, then that means it's the right time, right person. If
Yeah.
it's not the right time, then it's just wrong time, wrong person.
So not wrong time, wrong person, but right time, wrong person.
Yeah, or it's just all wrong. You know what? Just
Just everything's
you're
wrong.
yeah, you're not wrong.
Everything's
You're not
wrong.
right for each other.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Everything's wrong. Just throw it in the trash. Let it go. Put it
Yeah.
in the past. Don't look back at it. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think like there are certain people who come into your life,
Mhm.
and not every single one of them has to be your romantic partner or your soulmate.
Totally.
Even though we might really want them to be because they just seem so
Yeah.
great and perfect, if shit just doesn't work out for you at the moment because of, I don't know, like differing life goals, values, needs at the
Mhm,
current
mhm,
moment, that's fine. That's not your person, boo. Let them go.
mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Like, there really isn't no need to like wait around and see and look for potential. Like, this is 2021. We're not settling for potential, right? We're not
Mhm.
looking for, oh,
No.
they have potential to be the person that I think they can be. Nuh-uh. We want somebody to be there, just to be there already, or like
Right.
trying to get themselves there already instead of like looking for potential, because potential means you're looking at some empty promises. Like, you never know if that's
Right.
going to happen or not.
Exactly, exactly. And you know what? Like, I'm gonna throw out another maybe slightly
Oh,
controversial.
girl. Oh, I thought you were going to say another like cliche statement.
Oh, no, no, no. No, no. Done with that one. Done with the
We're like an
cliches.
episode of cliches today.
But okay, so I think like going back to the whole idea of like we've only pretty much have only heard it from like guy friends, even
Hmm.
in like TV shows. I feel like that's sort of the spin that they take is like like
Mm,
guys are always
yeah.
the one that's thinking about it.
Okay.
I feel like it's almost a societal norm. Like, you know how we always say like boys will be boys, they'll grow up
Okay.
later, right? We're almost
Girls
like
mature faster than boys. Those kind
exactly.
of
We're almost
statements.
like normalizing that it's okay for men to grow up later. Like they can do whatever they want now, like they'll
Oh,
grow out of it. Like
and get their shit together later.
no, like why
Mm.
do I have to wait for someone to grow up and be a better version of themselves? If I can
Mhm.
do it, you can damn well do it. Like let's not make that
Mhm.
excuse for them.
Very true. I can see where you're coming from, but it's funny because, age is not a determining factor of maturity.
Yes.
But I do see what you mean in terms of like in our current day society, a lot of, I guess, men or boys are given more like leeway
Yeah.
when it comes to maturing or just getting your shit together, man. Like, do you want to commit or not? Like, I
Yeah.
know you want family. I know you want to start something like later in your future. You want that family, you want that marriage, you want that stable relationship. But like, are you willing to put in the effort and commit or not?
Mhm.
Make up your mind.
Yeah, yeah. If you're not, like, don't waste my time. Or like it's okay to also say, yeah, hey, guess what? Like I don't want to commit right now. I can't commit right now. Are you cool with not commitment, non-commitment? And
Mhm.
if you say, yeah, cool, yeah, I'm okay with that, then great. But like don't make up some bullshit excuse of like, oh no, if I had just met you like 3 years later, I'll take such good care of you. Like, no, sorry. Like I'm not gonna
Yeah.
wait around for 3 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Or even say that like later when you have all these regrets of, man, why am I still single? If only I had done this and that with this person when I had the
Yeah.
chance. It's like, no, don't do things that you'll regret like that. If you
Yeah.
really like the person, put in your damn effort, man. Like, don't give yourself excuses and make yourself feel bad and give yourself a whole pity party. Like,
Yeah,
you
you've had
didn't
your
want to
time.
commit. It's just, it was what it was, like
Yeah.
at the moment you didn't want to commit, and that's fine. Whether you're a he, she, they, them,
Mhm.
whatever, right? At the moment you didn't want to commit, at the moment you didn't want to be with that person for whatever reason. And if
Mhm.
that's the case, the universe is telling you they're not the one. That's it. Like,
Yep.
mm. And if they
Plain and simple.
somehow magically come back into your life and they and everything works out, all the qualities and certifications and what is the circumstances are there, then great,
Yeah.
try it. But like, dude, just no, like,
yeah, so many people out there in the world.
yeah, because right person, wrong time does not make sense.
Mm-mm. No,
Mm-mm.
y'all just wrong for each
Yeah.
other.
Everyone's wrong. We're right. Everyone's wrong.
Exactly. This is not an advice podcast, but I'm right.
But okay, so this is just our take. This is our perspective given our life experiences. But
Right.
I'm sure that there are other people who definitely believe and have experienced the right person, wrong time. So, I mean, this is just our take, but who knows? Maybe we're wrong.
Maybe.
Girl, is that the Taurus in you being stubborn? It's like,
Yeah,
I'm right.
I know. I was
fuck?
about to say like maybe, but I don't know. I don't know.
That is so
Yeah,
funny.
it's gonna take a lot to budge me from this particular cliche.
Yeah, I could see that. And you know what? That's fine. It's like, this is what we believe in. This is how we lead our lives. So, not an advice podcast, but the life lesson that we've learned that we'd like to share with all of you
Yes.
is that there is no such thing as the right person, wrong time. It is always wrong person, right time. You know what I mean?
100%. Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
as always, feel free to disagree with us because, I'm sure, circumstances that we've never been through that has worked for people. Who knows? But you know what? If it's right person, wrong time, and it ends up working out later, then like they're just the right person.
But it was the wrong time at the moment.
Dang it.
It was the wrong time at that moment. Yeah,
At
girl,
that
I know where you were trying to go, but that doesn't work.
Yeah,
At that moment,
no,
it was the right person, wrong time.
Well, no, then in that moment, they're still the wrong person. They just ended up being the right person.
But that's a whole statement, right person, wrong time. It was the wrong time for those two people to get together, right? But then if they end up actually getting together and living a happy life together, then it's the right person, wrong time.
Yeah.
But then they found the right time later.
You know what? Yeah, but you just feel free to disagree. Please tell us your stories as always. Yeah. I just still don't agree with the whole right person, wrong time thing. But you know what? That's just what it is what it is. So, that is everything we have for you guys this week. Feel free to disagree with us, and we will see you guys next Wednesday.
All right. See you. Bye.